Increasingly, tuition continues to rise, saddling millions of students with large amounts of student loan debt. In fact, the average student is graduating with almost $30,000 in student loans. That's slightly more than a Tesla Model 3 or even a wedding. Without student loans, many people would not even be able to attend college, though. For most anyone heading to college, student loans will become a fact of life. But where do student loans come from? And how much can you borrow? And what is the true cost? In this video, you'll learn all about how student loans work. Hey everyone, this is Andy Hill with The College Investor, investing in personal finance for millennials. If you're new to the channel and like what you hear, please hit subscribe so you're ready when our next video comes out. Thanks. Let's talk about the ins and the outs of student loans. Student loans are available for undergraduate and graduate students alike. They are based on need, of which income is only one component. Student loans are issued by the government, hence the term direct loan, directly from the government, although private student loans are also available. The amount issued to a student will depend on the student's financial situation. The final decision is up to the school. The financial aid package is made up of gift aid, such as grants and scholarships, loans, and work-study programs. What is the collateral for a student loan, you might be asking? Well, it's important to remember that the collateral for a student loan is your future earnings. When you buy a car and get a car loan, the collateral for the car loan is the car. So if you don't pay the car note, the bank can repossess your car, which is no fun. With student loans, it's important to remember that the collateral is your future earnings. If you don't repay a student loan, the government can garnish your wages, take your tax refunds, and much more. Always keep this in mind when you're borrowing. Now let's discuss how to apply for a student loan. The FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, must be filled out each year to receive financial aid. Since FAFSA deadlines change each year, it's important to be sure your FAFSA is submitted on time. A late FAFSA will certainly complicate your financial situation and leave you scrambling to pay for school. To get an idea of how much financial aid you might be awarded, check the FAFSA Forecaster website. Upon being awarded financial aid, you'll receive amounts for gift aid and loans. There should also be a breakdown of your school's cost. Schools display cost information in different ways, and the true cost can be off by a wide margin. Depending on what is shown, you may need to ask the school for the cost on tuition, housing, food, travel, fees like labs, etc., and books. Be sure to add in any other known cost as well. It's better to overestimate than underestimate. Many students find that they're short on money even after receiving their financial aid. This is due to many costs that are not accounted for in the process. So how much should you borrow, you might be asking? Well, once you have an annual cost for school, subtract out gift aid and any money your parents may have saved up for college. If you've saved up money for college, subtract that as well. The number you're left with is not only direct school costs like tuition and housing, but the cost needed to live while you're in school. If you have a job, factor in how much of the above cost it will cover. You should have a final number on cost at this point. That final number is the amount needed for school loans. The less money in school loans you have to take, the better off you'll be. As you can see, the amount of loans isn't just about tuition, and it isn't just about books. It should factor in all costs that are associated with being a student. One caveat about student loans to remember: students will often take the full awarded amount even if it isn't needed. I definitely did this. If you don't need the full amount, you should only take what is needed. Taking more loan money than what is needed will cost more interest and increase your monthly loan payments. One key rule of thumb for how much you should borrow is simply to never borrow more than you expect to earn in your first year after graduation. This will help ensure that you never borrow too much and can't afford to repay it. Now let's turn to paying back your student loans, an important part of the process. If you have federal student loans, there are a variety of repayment plans, such as income-driven repayment plans, that can help you pay back your student loans in an affordable way. You should pick the repayment plan that you can afford to make the payment on every single month. If you don't know where to start, look at using a tool like Student Loan Planner to help you. The government offers a number of loan features that are not available with non-government loans. Those include forbearance, forbearance. That's when you don't have to start paying on student loans until after you graduate. Hardship, this allows you to push back payments until your finances improve while you're in repayment. And low interest, most loans have interest rates in the single digits. And low origination fees. Fees for dispersed loans are around 1% of the loan value. If you're enrolled in at least half-time, you don't have to begin making payments on government loans until 6 months after graduating. Additionally, interest will not accrue until after graduation for subsidized loans, but starts accruing immediately for unsubsidized loans. According to the Federal Reserve, the average monthly payment is $393 with a median monthly payment of $222. How much you pay will depend on the repayment plan and the interest rate. Note that graduate loans will usually have higher interest rates than undergraduate loans. In the end, are student loans a necessity for most students? Well, with tuition continuing to skyrocket, student loans have become a necessity for virtually any student wanting to attend college. While student loans can be a large source of financing for college, planning for cost and taking only the amount needed will help to avoid being overly saddled with unneeded debt. Well, enough from our side, everyone. We want to hear from you. Was this video helpful in learning more about student loans and how they work? Are you applying for student loans soon? Please let us know in the comments below. This is Andy from The College Investor. We'll see you in the next video.